What's up, peoples? Back again, like that. Back again for another video. It's GVBrazy here. Anyway, let's get right into it, like that. Because, guys, you've seen it from the title that actually is a late review of the window that just went past. Like that, the summer transfer market that just went past. And I said it here in the previous video that we need to keep it a buck and keep it low, because the thing about it is that we don't know what's going to happen in the transfer market. And the thing about it is that obviously, I did say before that everybody should, I'm not surprised people getting excited, because it is the first time that Man United have done something like this, especially when you got new owners coming in, or let's say new partial owner who taking care of the football and the sport inside of things, like that. When before it was the Glazers, man, who have totally neglected, the stadium, and putting business and financial people in the sport and directing role, and also sporting roles as well. And all of a sudden, you seen them, squander money, absolutely. They spend it without any direction. So then you can imagine what's happening. You're up there, when you see players from all over, and there's no sense of direction. But now there is, and then not even that, they even not only backed Ten Hag. We'll definitely get to that, but they actually stuck with Ten Hag after that dreadful season they had before, and people still defend Ten Hag. People still defend him. And the thing about it is that, the Premier League, where you are in the Premier League, obviously we all know that there are some matches that you are unlucky, referee decisions, whatever. Obviously for me, I don't go by referee decisions, like that, arguing with referee and everything like that. That's only if that's only if it was a clear decision, a clear decision that actually the referee accidentally does something, and then obviously it turned the tide of the game or something like that. But the thing about it is that the Premier League, where you stand here, is like a base. I'll say something like a base. Let's say like a base standing of where you are in terms of your progress here as a team, as a club, and you cannot neglect here where you are. So, for example, Man United, they finished outside the top four. I think probably the worst league standing. Boy, it probably might be the worst league standing, right? And the thing about it is that Ineos, the new people that came in here with obviously, big ups to Ineos, but they're still on watch. And I did say that during this transfer market that we need to keep it a buck and keep it low, because obviously I'm not getting too gassed and too excited about what's going on. Less of that. I was like, less of that. Remember that I said less of that. And right now it's true. It's true, because obviously we were meant to bring in a first phase midfielder to help, ball playing defenders to able to bring it from goalkeeper to defense to the midfield and over to obviously to the attack. But what happened was that Ineos totally neglected that and brought in Ugarte. Now, as I said before, like Ugarte, he is a cool player. He is a good player, like that. But as I said before, that Ugarte is a runner. He is a kind of player. He's like a little bit like a Casemiro, but with legs. And not even that. He is the guy that gets the ball from the offensive side of the game. Like, for example, like if we lost the ball, he's the guy to get the ball quickly off from the opposition for us to attack. But what's been going on at the moment in time is that Man United still hasn't got technical players in order for us here to get the ball to the attack properly. And this is why that I've been banging on with Sancho as well, not to let Sancho go. But look what just happened here when Ten Hag still got problems here with Sancho and indirectly doing things, and a lot of people are still going on. A lot of people, and I kind of understand it why a lot of people are saying that Sancho has done nothing. Of course, he's done nothing. You're totally right. In terms of numbers, he's done nothing. But the thing about it is that there are no stats out there that shows. There's no stats out there that shows a player that's doing the pre-assist. Sancho is a player like Grealish, where, like, for example, Grealish here will draw people to him, and then what happens is that Grealish here will ping the ball at a great technical speed to the person who's going to do the assist, or probably to the assist to the goal scorer. That's what Sancho is. He's a link player. He is the contributor. So obviously there's no stats here that shows that Sancho here is pulling trees. Obviously. And he is a player like Ahmad who's technical. And I've been saying before that you need players here like Ahmad, like Sancho, and like Xerxes up front. Because the thing about it is that if you got a link player, you need players to link with him. Now, if you haven't got a link player to link with Xerxes, what happens? You need players here. You need players here that have IQ. So that when you have runners and the runners are not technical, what happens? They can't pass the ball. So thus, what happens is that it's a lose-lose situation if you think about it. Like, for example, Ugarte, he gets the ball back, but then how is he gonna pass if it's not? Obviously, we know that he is okay. He is an okay passer, but is he like Ahmad? Is he like Sancho, where he's able to pass the ball at a great speed and also technical to be able to, to go directly at the goal? Because that's why you go high up the pitch. So when you get the ball back, you go straight to the goal. You don't press, get the ball back, and then pass it back into Onana. I mean, like, fam, what is the point? So on 29th of August, of 24, obviously we heard that that Juve, obviously it was before that, obviously. But what happened was that, let's say before that, Juventus wanted to get Sancho. We all know that, and then obviously there was a battle between them and Chelsea, right? But then what happens that on the 29th of August is the fact that Juventus pulled out. Now we were all, especially myself, I wanted Juventus to get Sancho because it will do well for him in terms of the speed of the league, like that. And also to get minutes. And also there's a player that went from Juventus to Liverpool, right? Forgive me because I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know that he begins with a C. He's a left winger. He can play up front. I don't know if his name is called Chelsea, but to pronounce it, but to spell his name is CH IESA. That's how you spell his name, but I've got how to pronounce his name. I think he had the number 7 shirt. Yes, no, actually, he did have the number 7 shirt. So we were thinking, especially myself, I was like, wait a second, that's not actually a bad idea for Sancho to go there and get the number 7. Don't forget that when he came to Man United, he wanted the number 7 shirt, exactly like when he was at Dortmund. And I said, look, actually, that's cool. That's blessed. Because that's okay, like that. But then what happened at that same season when Sancho came in, CR7 came in. So obviously you had to give the number 7 shirt to CR7. When he came back for his second stint, CR7. Actually what happened was that Cavani had the 7 shirt, right? Yeah, that's right. I don't remember who had the 7 shirt beforehand. But all I remember was that Sancho ended up getting the 25, and I think Cavani had the 7. And then obviously we all know that Sancho wanted the 7, but then obviously Cavani gave it to CR7, which what can you do? You have to give it. And then he's been tossed and turned around. And then now, then the report that Chelsea was getting him. And, and for me, I personally feel, that Sancho, at the time, he wasn't getting bare mad on trying to move. Like that, he was keeping a deep low. And, that's the thing, he's not that type of brer that, to do that. And other than that, like, what I've seen before was that the fact that, that Sancho is Ruud's player. I'm pretty much sure that Ruud Van Nistelrooy wanted Sancho to play because we can all see it that exactly like Martial. Like Martial brings draws players in. I mean the opposition brings an over to link play, and the thing about it is that Martial, he had to compensate from the players who was around him. Because since that players weren't technical enough or let's say as good as Martial on the ball, and the thing about it is that everyone around Sancho, especially on the training, the training pitch, in Man United, man, they love Sancho. And the thing about it is that like a lot of people don't realize how good Sancho was or is. They don't realize the thing about everything's all about output. Everything's all about output. And the thing about it is that people don't realize that Sancho's book value is very high. Don't forget, guys, that he was one of the best young players in the world, or probably one of the best, top. Before we got him, and obviously we know that Oli wanted to use him, but didn't get the chance because obviously. Unfortunately, he got the sack, I think a couple of months after Sancho was brought in. So, and the thing about it is that, like, man, people have to realize, what he did for Dortmund. Breaking records and, so then the thing about it is that you shouldn't be surprised about the contract he has, especially his book value. It definitely reflects that, how good he was. But the stuff that even Ten Hag was saying, I expect Ten Hag. I expect Sancho to stay. Nah, man. When I saw that, I knew he was lying. And me, because the thing about it is like, look, man, like, if a manager is treating you like that, what can you do? You have to move. Especially when it's a little bit, even I guarantee you that Sancho hasn't apologized. I'm thinking that that they swept it under the carpet and move on. You have to do that. That's what Sir Alex did. Sir Alex doesn't really care about apologizing. The thing about right now is about what's on the pitch. If you deliver, either by goal scoring or assist or contributing to the pre-assist, I don't care. As long as you do your bit on the pitch, that's what it matters. And that's what it should be. You should be men. Not freaking whining toddlers, just fam, like, just play your game. And the thing about it is that Ten Hag mismanaged him. Gaslighting us. Saying one thing, doing another thing, and also doing another thing. And then you're like, we all know that he's lying. We all know he's lying, and it's peak, absolute peak. And then not even that, man, he's saying that, obviously, he wanted to keep Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay, fam. He wanted to keep Scott McTominay, and remember he was going to, and actually right now, since the transfer market is now done. He's now at Napoli. Because we saw what happened when the people in the airport were swarming him, like that, giving him a welcome. He wanted to keep hold of him. That tells you everything you need to know, man, about his tactics and his style of play. I don't know. Third season in, and then we still don't know. We still don't know what he's trying to do. All we know is a 3-1-6 and a 4-2-4, which I believe that's coming from Ruud Van Nistelrooy. And Sancho was our best attacker, but the thing is, we never got to see it. And all he wanted and what we wanted was just a run of games. Just 10 games in a row. Garnacho, man, had like 30-something games. He can make mistakes after mistake after mistake. He's still in the first 11. But Sancho, mistake, hooked off. Ahmad, mistake, if he doesn't score a goal, hooked off. But we never got to see it. We never got to see it. And people, are like saying that, oh yeah, like Sancho does not press. What's going on in here, people? What's going on in here? Haven't you guys here forgotten? Look, let's not try to change the history, right? Have you guys forgotten about what Sancho did under Ragnick, of that Carrick? Some people think that Sancho did absolutely terrible. No, he did not. He did not. He was Carrick liked him, put him in the first 11. Ragnick, which I really rate, because Ragnick, that guy, I rate him very much because of how he was in the press conference. Obviously, too bad about what happened on the pitch, but what he did in the press conference was really good. We're really, really honest about what's going on in the club, that it needs surgery, and boy, fam, he was right. Before me doing these videos, man, I knew he was right. All of us knew he was right. And other than that, and then he even put Sancho in the first 11 because they saw the quality he had. And then Erik ten Hag, he has a tendency of misprofiling players. Like, for example, Manu, he's not a number 6. But then you put him there. He's not a box-to-box player. You put him there in a 6. He's meant to be further up the pitch. People need to go back and watch those games, man. And Ten Hag mindset, it changes his thinking when you don't like anybody. So instead, what happened is that instead of using Sancho in moments and using your best players to fit the system, instead he uses Rashford. He said, oh yeah, because Sancho is not a runner. What did we talk about man management here? Rashford and Sancho are 2 different players. As well as, for Sancho, that he, the thing is, like, he doesn't want to be there he doesn't want to be at Man United because of the environment, and how he was treated. So no wonder that he went to Chelsea, and obviously we heard that he's a Chelsea fan. No wonder they came crawling, and they came calling, and then we thought we almost caught life, but no, he went. He went. I'm hearing here from some people in the community that say Sancho had really left a long time ago, before the news dropped to the journalists. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea, because actually, what we should do now is that we have to, because the thing about it is now, we're trying to back the club. This is what I've been saying here for the past couple of videos. And I'm not here to back the club. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not back the club. We're not here to back the manager, but we're also here to back the club. If the manager is not doing his job properly, and then you still keep him, what can he do? And people are so blind to see this, that actually Ten Hag is doing a bad job. Like great example, like what I said about your mindset changes about certain people. Like, for example, when somebody has hurt you, for example, right? What happened is that ever since that day, your mindset just changes to that person. Totally changes. It's not how it was before you, when you're free and happy and able. There's a little bit of some tension there. And that's what happened here with Ten Hag, with Sancho. Every time you think about that person, the hate comes in. just because of what that person did. There's definitely some miscommunication going on at the time. Instead of, like, instead of having, like, a clear mind and a clear sky here to somebody, or the way that you look at that person is according to how you think, your mindset. Instead of having a clear sky and a clear mind to think, no, this person is not like that. This person is like this, able you to be joyful, able man to be around that person, but I said there's intention there. And that's what happened. That's what happened with Ten Hag and Sancho. And then also Mount, he needs to go. Injured again, out for what, 4 or 5 weeks. So unlucky for him. In his mind, he could be like saying like, that was my chance here to have my place in the 11. Watch him when he gets back, straight in the first 11. But then people are like, I don't know, like when Sancho was here, he comes back, like Ahmad before, he comes back, he's on the bench, never used, and all of a sudden when your job here is on a thread, he brings them on. What happened before? And the thing about it is that he has the number 7 shirt, 60 million pounds, euros, what? And then not even that, what's even more peak is that even this season, if Man United didn't get Mount before, he would have been free this season. And other than that, man, like I heard that he wasn't part of the promotion of the other number 7 shirts because he's not selling enough. Tells you everything you need to know about selling shirts. The problem about Mount is that he's not good on the ball. And I've said this before about runners. You need runners and technical players as one. Runner and a technical player, not just a runner, and not just as a technical player. If that's what Ten Hag wants, it's so unbalanced. Matt needs to go, and we need to bring in. We should have brought in better players, but now I don't know what we're gonna do now, because for now, he's not. We're not. Mount is not. He's just not bringing the best, man. And other than that, man, what makes it a double whammy is this, right? Because it's enemy of progress here, fam. It's the fact that yes, you putting the wrong players on the pitch, but yet the system that you put on the pitch doesn't work. So it's like a side effect, a domino effect. And Tony went to Saudi Arabia, right? Obviously he arrived in London, went to get his medical, he passed it, and then there was something going on in it because Chelsea also wanted Tony, but then the target was Osimhen, right? And the thing about it is that, man, that we need Tony here for experience. Obviously that he hasn't got Champions League experience, but that type of bread is that like we need those, man, who's good here with pressure. And the thing about it is, man, is that we have Hoyland with the number 9 shirt. It would have been cool, man, to have Tony, and a young Brez, man, like Xerxes and Hoyland, so then that way you can learn from him instead of taking off pressure. But then obviously Ruud van Nistelrooy in terms of goals, and then obviously the Champions League experience. But I thought that what can you do? In Man United, man, they need players off the books, like Rashford, for example. This season for Rashford, man, he has to prove himself, and I said this before. Because it looks like as if that players like him, especially players that come off from the youth system, they're immune to criticism. Everybody needs constructive criticism. You need to toughen up, not covered with cotton wool all the time. If it doesn't work here for Rashford, then definitely, man, Rashford needs to take the same route as McTominay did this transfer market, because it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, right? Really unacceptable. And obviously, when Man United man brought in Ugarte, obviously he wasn't registered, to the Premier League in order to be featured in the Liverpool game. So peak, and even how man Ten Hag does something booky, because you can just tell he's gonna do it. Fair play man to Scott man to coming on the bench, to score those clutch moments. But the thing about it is that every player needs to be able man to pass properly with the right power, right not right power, right technical ability, able to pass it at the right time, at the right pace. But the thing about it is that Scott McTominay man was used as a Jude Bellingham. That's how he was. That's how he was used. A box crasher to get clutch moments. If tactics don't work for Ten Hag, okay, my tactics don't work. Let's just bring in Scott McTominay. Who will save my job? So guys, look. Now I'm gonna rate the window, and then I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna rate the window, and I'm going to just tell you how the season might play out. Let me tell you something for free, right? I said before, top 3 is the minimum. If we get all the targets, because we got Rojo, we got the late Mojurari. Also, Rojo's in Lemon Rojo, he was injured, and then but he'll be back. And also we brought in Xerxes, and also we brought in Ugarte. 5 players, which is cool. So then you said, okay, you know what? Let's see how it goes. But yet, man, like since I've been looking into profile of Ugarte, for example, and also Xerxes, and also the players that are around him, I remember saying before that Xerxes, he's gonna find. I said this before in the previous video. He's going to have trouble. He's gonna be stressed out because the players around him are not like him, except for Ahmad, who was technical. And I remember saying that top 3 is minimum if we add into those kind of proper players, Tony and Santaberg, we didn't get even both of them. So me, and even more peaker that even Sancho even left to go to Chelsea. So it's a 5 for me, man. And then I think that's generous, because you let one of your best players go. You need to keep your best players. But then remember that you strengthen a rival. We got Mount, they got Sancho, Chelsea. Chelsea man has snapped us into 2. The last thing that you want is to strengthen your rival, as I said before. And Ineos did it. Ineos had to do what they got to do because Ten Hag wasn't utilizing Sancho enough. Now Ten Hag must coach himself out now. And must improve himself because his head is going to be chopped off. Instead of using McTominay, man, to get off the bench and save him job all the time, fam, you got to coach yourself out now. Coach yourself out now, man. And for this season, I'm saying minimum top 6 now because of top 6. Because don't forget, man, that we have Liverpool, we have Chelsea, we have Aston Villa, we have probably Newcastle fighting here for that 3rd and 4th spot. Than that, man, like we need to win a trophy in Europa League. You need that in case that you don't get into the top 4. I have a feeling, man, that Ten Hag, man, he's going to do the most biggest thing, but we have to see. I don't even know now, man, of the Europa League. I don't even know, man. It's absolutely booky, and I don't know what's gonna happen this season because it's gonna be a long ride. It's gonna be a long ride, fam. I tell you that. It's gonna be a long ride. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop here. Fam. Like that, man. Lit show, lit time, lit video. Like that. Just my views, man. Because the thing about it is that the transfer market was going so well, and I knew it that we need to keep it in the deep low because You know, you just don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the window. And Sancho, you managed here to manage, man, to just escape. You know, keep all your best players. I don't understand what happened to man management. So guys, man, more videos will be coming up, you know, like that. And guys, don't forget, you know, just to, you know, because there's more videos coming up. Red Talk, all talk Man United, you know, like that. So guys, man, don't forget, man, to like, subscribe, comment on the comment section below, man, of your views of what's happening right now, man, with Man United, and also your views on the window that just went past. Don't forget, guys, man, more videos are coming up. Anyway, me, GVBrazy, my mouth, man, just went, you know. Anyways, guys, take care of yourself, bless, peace, and I see you guys in the next video. Bless. Say no more.